Amidst the flood of rumors targeting HYBE labels, a major question arises. Is it true that JUNGKOok resigned and Kim Taehyung was expelled after completing his military service? This news spread rapidly, sparking turmoil among BTS fans and shaking the public's trust in one of South Korea's biggest entertainment agencies. So, how did HYBE respond to this serious allegation? The answer they gave shocked many. This shocking issue first surfaced in public after a series of anonymous posts spread across social media and international K-pop forums. In these posts, it was claimed that Jungkook had decided to step down from his activities with HYBE and that Taehyung was no longer an active part of BTS's structure after completing his military service. Moreover, several fans accused HYBE's management of structural injustice and fatal miscommunication, which left both artists feeling disappointed and sidelined. However, on Monday morning Korean time, HYBE finally released an official statement through their media channels, firmly and surprisingly addressing all circulating speculation. We would like to clarify that the information stating Jungkook has resigned and Kim Taehyung has been removed from BTS's activity structure is not true. The statement began, HYBE asserted that both artists are still under active contract and that there has been no termination of cooperation of any kind. Furthermore, the agency revealed that they are currently undergoing schedule adjustments for Taehyung's post-military promotions, and that the process requires complex coordination due to BTS's global scale as a group. Yet, the most surprising part came in the next section of the statement. HYBE admitted that there had been internal negligence in managing communication after Taehyung's return from military duty. We acknowledge there were shortcomings in coordination and communication between the management team and our artist, particularly regarding the rescheduling after military service. This has led to the mistaken impression that one of the BTS members was being neglected, stated HYBE's official spokesperson. This admission was a rare moment in public. It is unusual for an agency as large as HYBE to openly acknowledge administrative mistakes, especially in a case involving names as big as BTS. That confession drew varied reactions. Some fans appreciated the transparency, while others still felt unsatisfied due to the lack of detailed explanation regarding the main cause of this communication breakdown. Additionally, HYBE addressed the speculation regarding Jungkook. In recent days, several online platforms lifted narratives suggesting that Jungkook had signaled a farewell from BTS activities through ambiguous messages on social media. HYBE, however, firmly denied any such resignation. Our artist's personal uploads are unrelated to contracts or professional activity. Jungkook has not submitted any request to terminate his contract or withdraw from his activities as a HYBE artist, the agency stressed. Still, the situation undeniably caused a major stir, particularly among the international fan community. ARMY, as BTS's global fanbase, expressed disappointment that such a significant issue could occur without swift clarification from the start. Many lamented how slowly HYBE responded, allowing rumors to run wild and trigger increasingly uncontrollable speculation. From an industry analyst perspective, HYBE's move to openly admit administrative errors was seen as a strategic defense to contain a reputation crisis. According to Choi Sung-min, a media analyst at the Korea Creative Content Agency, HYBE is trying to do damage control by revealing part of the truth. Still, this crisis reveals that even a company of HYBE's caliber is not immune to structural errors and human resource mismanagement. Internal speculation that Jungkook felt uneasy about Taehyung's post-military treatment also became a focal point. The long-known emotional closeness between the two was viewed as a factor that exacerbated the sensitivity of this case. Many believe that if Taehyung had been treated unfairly, Jungkook would be one of the first to respond emotionally. Whether through action or implied symbols, HYBE confirmed that they are currently undergoing internal evaluation and restructuring to ensure similar situations do not recur. We understand the importance of maintaining open and fair communication with each of our artists, especially those who have demonstrated extraordinary loyalty and dedication such as BTS, wrote the agency. However, to this day, Taehyung has yet to issue a public statement directly regarding all the dynamics at play. Jungkook has also remained silent, with no new posts or comments since this issue went viral. Both seem to avoid media attention and opt not to comment until everything is fully settled. Although the issue has been partially refuted by HYBE, public trust in the agency has not been fully restored. Many fans now demand a more accountable system where artists are not just treated as assets, but as individuals with equal rights within the company's management system. Will this clarification be enough to calm the unrest that has spread widely among fans? Not necessarily. Currently, ARMY is waiting for one thing that has not yet emerged: the direct voices of Taehyung and Jungkook. Until both speak, speculation will continue to grow, and management credibility will remain under pressure. After going through a series of investigations, official clarifications from the related parties, and observing the dynamics of public communication in the past few days, it can be concluded that the news regarding Jungkook resigning from BTS and Taehyung being removed by HYBE has no strong factual basis and has officially been denied by the agency. The news, which initially circulated through unofficial platforms and social media without direct confirmation, turns out to be a premature conclusion that arose from public misunderstanding of incomplete internal communications in the South Korean entertainment industry, especially involving big names like BTS. Sensitive information like this has tremendous impact. Therefore, it is crucial to distinguish between issues developed by media or anonymous accounts and facts that have been verified by authorities or official sources. In this case, HYBE Labels has publicly clarified that there is no resignation from Jungkook, nor has Taehyung been removed from the official BTS group structure. This conclusion is reinforced by several things. First, up to this moment, the contract between Jungkook and HYBE is still ongoing, and there are no legal documents or public notices indicating a termination of cooperation. Even Jungkook himself is currently undergoing mandatory military service, and all his activities have been adjusted according to applicable laws. He has also never directly delivered any statements that could be interpreted as a resignation or permanent discomfort towards his agency. Second, regarding Taehyung, HYBE has also stated that there has been no contract termination or any act of removing the artist from the official BTS structure. Taehyung's absence from a number of internal meetings or promotional activities is not an indication of conflict or professional termination, but rather part of the schedule adjustment process after his military service. It must be understood that the reintegration process for artists after completing military duties is not simple and often requires time, communication, and coordination with many parties, including staff, producers, and sponsors. Third, some conclusions drawn by the public based on social media posts or emotional expressions hinted by the two artists also cannot be used as a formal basis to assess the working relationship between them and HYBE. In today's entertainment industry, many artists choose to express their feelings in symbolic or artistic ways such as music, poetry, or personal posts. However, public interpretation of these expressions is often subjective and heavily influenced by circulating narratives, thus creating room for false or misleading news that doesn't match the actual facts. Moreover, a communication error from HYBE, which was openly admitted in their statement, did cause confusion and left room for public speculation. However, it's important to understand that management information errors do not automatically mean there is a major conflict or extreme decision such as contract termination. In fact, HYBE's acknowledgement of the negligence shows that the company is willing to take responsibility and be transparent with the public and fans. Another important point is that in the South Korean entertainment industry system, any change in status or cooperation between artist and agency is generally announced officially through press conferences or legal notices. To date, there is no valid information indicating that HYBE has processed contract termination with Jungkook or Taehyung. Thus, the claims about resignation or dismissal clearly contradict official procedures and are indefensible. The public needs to be more critical in accepting information, especially when it involves global stars like BTS. Not all viral information on the internet is true. In this case, the information about Jungkook's resignation and Taehyung's dismissal has been proven to be untrue and exaggerated by social media without accurate confirmation. Emotionally, of course, the public, especially loyal BTS fans, felt deep anxiety due to the rumor. However, it's important to distinguish between emotion and fact. Worrying about an idol's future is not a reason to spread unproven information. In fact, doing so can harm the artists concerned, add psychological pressure, and create a negative impression about their relationship with management. We also need to give the artists room to recover from their military duties and restructure their future career plans without interference from baseless rumors. Jungkook and Taehyung, as two key figures in the Korean and global entertainment industry, deserve time, space, and a healthy process to build their professional future. Healthy and fact-based fan support is what they need now. In conclusion, the issue about Taehyung being removed and Jungkook resigning has been clarified as untrue. HYBE has acknowledged internal communication errors, but emphasized that both artists remain active and are part of BTS. There is no evidence indicating a termination of employment or serious personal conflict that would lead to such extreme decisions. To the public and fans, it is advised not to be easily influenced by rumors that have no clear source. Only follow information officially conveyed by the artists, agencies, or credible media that adhere to journalistic ethics. In a world where information spreads so quickly, accuracy and caution in receiving news are the main keys to maintaining the integrity and calmness of the global fan community.